What's going on, you guys? Keith Carnes here, and welcome to episode 44 of my Is It Real series. I want to remind you guys at the beginning of this episode, before we get started, that this series is ending on episode 50, so if you're not in the loop, now you are. Remember that I don't have all the episodes listed yet, so if you want to see anything before the series goes into retirement, please leave it in the comments below as soon as possible on any video, and I will give you a shout out in the video. So anyway, today we are talking about Ouija boards, another paranormal subject, something that I've never covered in any of the episodes, obviously, but I've covered many things paranormal in the past. I have covered many things from ghosts, demons, possession, poltergeist, etc., but I've never actually covered what is blamed in a lot of infamous and regular cases alike, none other than the mysterious Ouija board, something that is, funnily enough, available to be purchased in Toys R Us. Is supposedly said to possess the power to talk to the people on the other side, the afterlife, whether it being a spirit or a spirit of a person that's died, or a spirit of pure evil, or even pure good, whatever you believe that people talk to. It supposedly holds the power to allow you to do that. So basically, on YouTube there's a lot of videos. A simple Ouija board session search will get you a bunch of them. I've watched many in the past, some that were very convincing, some that were clearly fake, and some that were a little bit in between for me, of me not being able to decide whether or not they were real. So, so basically, I've never had any personal experience whatsoever with Ouija boards. I'm not going to sit here and proclaim that I had an experience like I have with what I believe was ghosts. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've had an experience, I've ever even touched a Ouija board. I've only seen one in person because a friend of mine owned it many years ago when I was like 10 years old, and now I'm in my mid-20s, so it gives you an idea that I have really next to no experience. Well, I have no experience with a Ouija board. So, you know, I just wanted to get that cleared out of the way real quick. So what do I think about Ouija boards? I think that Ouija boards, basically, let's just get down to brass tacks, so to speak. Do I believe that Ouija boards possess the power to allow us to talk to the people on the other side? And my answer is possibly. I think it is definitely a possibility. I'm saying that I do believe that some of these huge stories out there were definitely real, or at least allowed some kind of a spirit or something to use it, even if, you know, the board doesn't possess it right off the bat. I think that it's a way for, you know, these spirits to come through. So basically I'm saying, yes, I do believe that Ouija boards are real. I do believe that they can possibly work, or I think there's a lot of frauds out there. You know, unfortunately, we live in the digital, we're getting into the digital age where everything isn't physical, and just like we're doing that with our media, the ability to be able to put computer graphics into your video. I mean, people can pretty much do what Hollywood used to only be able to do, and now you can do it at home yourself, and you can put digital graphics in your video and edit it if you have the right editing software, and you can make something look real. You know, that goes with UFO sightings, you know, flying saucers, Bigfoot sightings, etc. All these can easily be fake these days, which is what makes people so skeptical more than they ever were in the past, is because so many people have, you know, amazing technology available at their fingertips, and that's something that a lot of people, skeptics primarily, take into consideration, and you have to be fair, you have to definitely entertain that fact. With all of that being said, I definitely think that there is some reality. Just like with UFOs flying in the sky, I definitely think that there are plenty of videos out here on YouTube that are legitimate, 100% unaltered and whatever. But I think that there is also a fair share of people that are very skilled in computer graphics, and they're able to actually do their deal. They're actually able to put in fake imagery that's not really there. So, and the same thing goes with the Ouija boards. So you have to look at Ouija boards in the same way that you would look at a UFO sighting. You know, did this person fake it? Did this person use really clever video editing techniques? Or is this complete legitimacy? That's really up to you, the viewer. Like I said, I've seen plenty of Ouija board videos on here that have been very convincing, but I could be watching a complete fabrication that looks very, very much like fact. So it's up to obviously the person's imagination. Ouija boards pretty much really got very, very famous from the 1973 horror movie, considered to be the scariest movie of all time, none other than The Exorcist. And when people did The Exorcist, and saw that, Reagan, the little girl that ended up being possessed by the demon Pazuzu, had actually invited his evil spirit into her house via the Ouija board, it caused a lot of people to believe that Ouija boards were real, and it caused a lot of people to, the whole Ouija board, community to kind of grow. Now, Ouija boards did exist before the movie. The movie didn't make up the Ouija board. The Ouija board existed before the movie was made, but the movie really brought the public eye more onto the Ouija board subject, so to speak. So that's really the gist of it. That's really my opinion. I definitely think that the Ouija board can work if you're going into it with an open mind, and you're not going into it with the thought that, oh, I'm going to fake it and freak out my friends, or fake it for YouTube and make people believe something that's not really happening. Personally, I don't understand why people do that. I think that if you're not getting a response out of the Ouija board, you should just be honest and say, yeah, I never got anything out of it. And if you do get something legit out of it, at least you know it's real, and it can make for fun conversation for the viewers and the people in the room alike. So definitely interesting subject here. I can go on about this for days, but we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, as I said, episode 50 is the final Is It Real? So we have 6 more episodes to go through, 6 more topics. So if you guys want to see a specific topic, leave it as soon as possible in the comments on any of my videos, and I will get to it as soon as possible, and I will give you the credit for the subject. I really appreciate all the subscribers and the requests that I get. Thanks for viewing. This is the Geek Orange. You guys take it easy. I will see you guys in the next. Peace.